Hey guys, it's Swanton007 here to do another 2005 pay-per-view review. I thought I'd get this out of the way just before I watched Wrestlemania 21. And yeah, so I'm doing, what am I doing? No Way Out 2005, which was an absolute shocker. It was worse than the horrible pay-per-view that started the year, which was New Year's Revolution. There was only 5 matches on the card. The time just disappeared. I don't know where it all went, but there was a Rookie Diva of the Year sort of thing. They all contested it. It's probably wasted about half an hour on the card. What was it? In the end, Joy Giovanni won. And the only notable person in the whole thing is the beginning to Michelle McCool, which was kind of cool to see her in there. Yeah, so we'll start off the pay-per-view review. It was a tag team championship match with the Bashams as champions versus Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero. It's a good, fast-paced match. I mean, there were bits that were slow, and the Bashams aren't really that great in the ring, and they don't captivate the audience. But it was still a good match. I was left happy once the match finished with the opener. It ended when Rey Mysterio, or Eddie, cheated to hit the Bashams over the head with the tag titles and to pin them. And yeah, that's how they won. We're at the halfway through the match. Rey Mysterio tried to do it. Eddie tried to do it, and Rey's like, "Nah, just go and fight them." And then the Bashams tried to do it, and then Rey ended up throwing in the titles, and Eddie ended up hitting him over the head. Overall, I gave that match a 2.25 stars. Not bad. Then there was Heidenreich versus Booker T. This was just a filler match. It was terrible. It went for 7 minutes. It was just boring. It was slow. It doesn't even deserve to be on SmackDown. I gave it 1 star. Only problem here is I think that RVD got injured, and before RVD was injured, he was tag teaming with Rey Mysterio. So there could have been something there with Eddie and Booker. They would have been doing something else, made this card seem a lot better. Then we've got the next match, Undertaker versus Luther Reigns. Another terrible match, went for 11 minutes. So slow. I gave it 3.25 stars. I mean, I think if this match had been like 5 or 6 minutes, it could have been like a 2.5 star match, just because it would have just been Undertaker dominating. Oh yeah, by the way, Undertaker won with a tombstone in the last match. Booker T won with a... Hold on. Booker T won... Booker T won it was a DQ. Booker gets hit in the neck with a chair. That's what happens. Oh shit. In between these matches, in between Heidenreich and the Undertaker match, there is a Cruiserweight Championship match between Funaki, Spike Dudley, Paul London, Chavo Guerrero, Akio, and Shannon Moore. What happens is Paul London eliminates Funaki, and then Funaki eliminates... Who does he eliminate? He eliminates somebody, like knocks him in the head. I think it was Spike. And then Paul London ends up getting to the end and versing Chavo, and Chavo pretty much steals his title right at the end by rolling him up and having his hand on the rope. There was no real spots that Cruiserweight Championship matches had. It was really poor. It was a really poor match. Overall, I'd give it a 1.25 star, just to separate the other matches. Then we've got then after the Undertaker match, we have got the John Cena vs Kurt Angle, and winner becomes #1 contender for WrestleMania. As everyone should know, is John Cena wins. John Cena wins when he FUs Kurt and pins him for a 3 count. But this was a good match, really good sort of wrestling action. John Cena actually showed off what he could do rather than just doing the same old moves. He had a cool spot where Kurt Angle was trying to get into the ring, and John Cena came off the top rope and leg dropped in, which was kind of cool. But apart from that, it was just solid wrestling. told a good story, and yeah. Oh, what was interesting is that it was Angle's hometown, and even though it was Angle's hometown, they were still cheering for Cena, even though the Superman comeback from the deaths had sort of comeback sort of win was done to death, and it was really interesting. Probably one of Cena's best matches so far. I think he had another good one with Kurt last year. And from how this one goes, I'm also very interested to see how their rivalry goes in the mid to late 2005. They rival on Tabby Tuesday and Unforgiven, I believe. Or I think Survivor Series as well. And yeah, hold on. Which, yeah, I've actually been very much looking forward to that since I've been going through all the pay-per-views. And after that... yeah, so... then we've got the main event of the night, which is JBL versus The Big Show in a barbed wire steel cage match for the WWE title. This was not good for a main event. You know, you're not expecting much as a steel cage match. JBL versus Big Show, whoa. Like, JBL can't pull good matches. Big Show's a big man. Big men can barely ever pull good matches. Even though I have seen Big Show have some good matches against The Undertaker, like the casket match at Tabby Tuesday. I believe they had a match at SummerSlam, which is alright. And again, this match was alright. I mean, the ending was... it was an interesting book. Never seen it before. JBL gets chokeslam from the top rope, and the ring collapses a little bit, and Big Show goes to walk out the cage, and JBL uses the gap in the ring from where he got chokeslam to crawl out and beat the Big Show to the win, which was really cool ending, I thought. But apart from that, nothing really happened. It was just the usual punches and bleeding and shit, and it was nothing special. And yeah, after the match, the cabinet came down to help out JBL and bash up the Big Show. Then Batista came down and cleared the ring of the cabinet. And yeah, then something happened, and Cena comes down and attacks JBL, and after that, because Cena's going against JBL for the title at WrestleMania now. Then as they're all walking out, Batista and Cena have a stare down, which was interesting, but nothing really prevailed from it, did it? Overall, I've given that last match I've given a 1 3/4. Overall, I've given the pay-per-view a 3.75 out of 10. This was a terrible pay-per-view. Yeah, this was a terrible pay-per-view. Nothing really. There was one good match. Nothing over 3 cents. Nothing that passes, in my opinion, apart from that one. And yeah, like, I didn't think that... I thought the worst pay-per-view of the year would be New Year's Revolution, but this has got worse. The only reason why it's got a 3.75, if it hadn't had the John Cena Kurt Angle match, and that had been 3 stars, it definitely would have been like a 2.75. That would have been 3 stars, but it wasn't. So yeah, guys, I'm a Swanton. Comment, like, and subscribe. I'm about to start watching WrestleMania 21, and I will talk to you guys later. See ya.